trucks, or trailers, visit GoCurrency.com. And by Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith.
Well, where else would you want to be on a Saturday afternoon? It's the perfect day for football. A little windy, a little warm, but adding on to those two W's, one of these teams is searching for theirs. Wayne State and Minot State. Caitlin Devitt along with Lou Siefker here this afternoon in Wayne, America. You look at Wayne State just coming off the bye week after taking down Winona State. Now they are 3-1 on the season. Wildcats are looking pretty good this year.
Yeah, I think they, as you'll probably hear later from Coach, he likes the way the team bounced back after the Minnesota State ball game. I still think Wayne State's got a lot to play for. This could still be a special season despite that one loss. As far as Minot State, this isn't your father's Minot State team. Might not even be your younger brother's Minot State team. 1-10 a year ago, 4-1 now. They're playing with a lot of confidence. So I think early in this game, Wayne State needs to try to establish something early and get control of this game. If Minot State hangs around, this could be a scary afternoon for the Wildcats.
Well, you talk about special seasons. Minot State is in the middle of theirs right now. They haven't been as good as they'd like to be lately, but moving forward, Ian Shields has got this team in a great spot. 4-1, like you mentioned, Lou. They are on the lower end of this record between Wayne State. The Wildcats lead the series 7-1 all time over the Beavers, but that could all change here today. So stay tuned because we've got this one coming up. Wayne State and Minot State in a big NSIC battle. We have your players of the game coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Pregame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
You can feel the energy in the air on a beautiful day in Wayne. It's a little windy, but the teams behind us, Beavers, just entered the field, and they're pretty pumped up for today. They've got a powerful running attack. They love the option. They got a lot of guys who can carry the ball at any given moment. In a ball carrier by committee, there is one guy who does lead the charge with 400 yards. That is Evan Lovett.
Yeah, Evan Lovett, you're right, 400 yards, and there's about 4 guys that run the football for this team, and Evan Lovett is the leading rusher. So what Wayne State needs to do is to try to slow down that running game. You got to try to take the ball out of Lovett's hands and force them to throw the ball. They've only thrown the ball 24 times all season. That's incredible, yet they're winning. So that's a good running attack. You got to slow that down, and certainly Lovett's a guy you got to try to get the ball out of his hands if you can.
Wayne State loves to run the football as well, but they are down to their third man up, Akeem Knox, as Latravius Boyd and Dawson Forgey are out for the time being. So we're looking for their quarterback, of course, Nick Bone, a guy who can carry the ball and throw the ball well.
Well, you know, injuries can change a season, right? But what else can change a season? How about an experienced quarterback, a 4-year starter? Nick Bone is a great player at this level, at Division II level. I think he's going to be highlighted today. I think he's going to make some plays with his feet and with his arm. And hopefully, if you're a Wayne State fan, a homecoming victory is ahead. We'll see.
Wayne State, Minot State, coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
We're here at Faith Regional and getting ready to talk about breast cancer, specifically surgery. Let's meet one of the surgeons. I'm joined now by Dr. Kinsey Norris, a breast surgical oncologist at Faith Regional Physician Services. And when we talk about breast cancer, we start at the beginning with diagnosis. What does that look like?
Sure. Well, typically a diagnosis will either first begin on a patient's screening mammogram, so the one that they have once a year. Most women are diagnosed that way, where they haven't felt anything has changed or don't even know that something is wrong. The nice thing about mammograms is that it can pick up things before we even feel it. The other diagnostic procedure is when the woman actually feels a mass. And then she goes to her doctor and lets the doctor know, and then a diagnostic mammogram is performed.
And early detection is always so important, and the mammogram's a great way to do that. Why is that so important?
Well, mammograms are really important because they can decrease the mortality or the death from breast cancer by anywhere from 20 to 30%.
And you're a surgeon, so when you get to that point where surgery is necessary, what are the options?
In general, there are two options for breast surgery. Typically, it's either a lumpectomy or a partial mastectomy, which just means that we remove the lump with a normal rim of tissue, meaning we don't want to leave any cancer inside the patient. It's also a mastectomy, which most people are familiar with, where that just means that we remove the breast tissue on that side. They can opt to have the other side removed as well, but that just depends on the patient's preference.
Dr. Shashikant is a plastic surgeon here. How does he factor into the process?
Yeah, so it's really nice here at Faith Regional Physician Services. We're actually in the same office and can see patients the same day. So typically when a breast cancer patient comes in, she'll see me and then have an examination by him, and he'll talk about her reconstruction options, either with a mastectomy or even with a lumpectomy. Sometimes women who have larger breasts want to have a reduction or a lift during the same time as their cancer surgery.
Well, Dr. Norris, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond is your leader in engineering and designing your new building, additions to facilities, and concrete construction. Their professional projects can be seen across northeast Nebraska. Whether it's a business office, barn, shop, or addition to an existing building, when the project is complete, you'll have a building that meets the needs of your operation. Check out ashoffconstruction.com or call Scott, Kenny, or Luke in Osmond at 402-748-3551.
Welcome to the Wayne State Wildcat pregame show, joined now by head coach Logan Masters. Coach, bye week a week ago. Did that bye week come at a good time, and what does a bye week look for you guys? What sort of things do you guys work on?
Yeah, I think so. Let the guys have a little break physically, mentally, emotionally. Backed off on practice last week, did a lot of lift, and spent more time on some of the younger guys in development in our program. So yeah, I think it was good, and now we got to finish these 7 weeks strong.
Well, last time we saw you here on News Channel Nebraska, tough loss against Minnesota State, but you rebounded really well against Winona State. A tough place to play on the road, but you guys found a way. What'd you like about that performance and the way the guys bounced back?
We just got hit with a lot of adversity, and we handled it great. Everything that could basically go wrong.
Welcome to the
went wrong, and our guys hung in there, stuck together, and found a way to win, and that's what it's about at a place that's been really tough for us to win, and so really good win for us.
We got Minot State coming to town. I think a lot of people looked at the schedule to start the year, and they're thinking, well, that won't be a tough game. These guys have only one loss on the year. They've got a lot of confidence, beat Sioux Falls a week ago, like to control the football. What's the game plan against the Beavers today?
Yeah, I mean, they're really well coached, and they're unique with the triple option, the style of defense that they play. So we just got to do our job and have very good technique and play our butts off and tackle and block. I mean, football's pretty simple. You do those two things, you got a good chance of winning. And so if we can do those on offense and on defense, we got a good shot of winning today.
Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck in this afternoon's ballgame.
No problem. Thank you. Go Cats.
Absolutely. That's head coach Logan Masters. Folks, stick around. Wayne State football coming up next. The Wildcats take on the Beavers of Minot State right after this on NCAA.
Well, it's a beautiful day in Wayne, America, as we prepare for kickoff just moments away between the Wayne State Wildcats taking on the Minot State Beavers. My name is Kalen Devitt. I'm here with Lou Siefker on this wonderful Saturday afternoon. And let's get this big NSIC battle underway. First, we'll take a look at our school spotlight today, thanks in part to Currency. If you need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items, Currency's here to help. Visit gocurrency.com today. So take a look at Wayne. Almost 6,000 people here. They've got almost 4,500 in the enrollment at Wayne, and they are the Wildcats. So this school really propels this amazing town that has a packed crowd today. It is a wonderful homecoming afternoon.
Yeah, it's great to see this many people here. You know, it's, what is today, the 6th of October, and it feels more like, I don't know, mid-August, I think, out there. It's pretty warm, but a great day for football, and certainly this homecoming attraction and the ball game today brings a lot of people out here to the ballpark.
Well, the reason why it's so hot is because it's October 5th. October 6th is actually going to be cold tomorrow. I don't know about that. But Wayne State kicks it off, and we are officially underway. Minot State won the toss. They decided to receive. They want to send a statement here against this Wildcat defense, who is a team that head coach Ian Shields says makes every team's job so difficult.
Yeah, they run the football. They're going to run a lot of option football. They like to control the clock, control time of possession, which they did against Sioux Falls a week ago. They found a way to come from behind and beat the Sioux Falls. So you got to try to control that running game if you can.
Carson Chrisman is the quarterback, and he is the one to get things going. Chrisman is in charge of this offense that loves to run the option. It is a triple option team, and Evan Lovett there with the first carry of the game, gain of 5.
One of the problems when you play teams like this is they limit your possessions. You don't have a lot of possessions because they keep the football. So you can't allow them to put together long drives and shorten this game.
And there's a lot of misdirection as Lovett chugs forward for a first down and a gain of about 10.
Yeah, that's a big gain there for the Beavers, and what Wayne State does not want to have happen. You got to control the run game and try to force the Beavers into those long yardage, you know, the 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 type situations where they're not as comfortable.
And this is a perfect year, or a perfect day for Minot State to run their offense, this triple option. As Chrisman under center, will give it again to Evan Lovett, and he plugs forward for about 3. But you can hear the wind howling in the background. It is a windy day. It's been very windy up in this area specifically. Wayne has been dealing with some field fires due to the wind. There's been red flag warnings. There's been excessive fire watches. So how will the wind today affect a team like Wayne State, who is down to their 3rd string running back and doesn't throw and loves to throw the football?
It will affect Wayne State more than it will Minot State with their running game.
Chrisman under center, and there's a man in motion. Chrisman keeps and pitches it out to the running back, Eric Palmquist, and Palmquist with a big gain for a first down. Palmquist is a slot wide receiver. They kind of call his position a slot back, and so he likes to catch the ball, but he also is a big option out of the backfield.
Yeah, that time he caught the edge. Nobody over there for Wayne State. They ran that option play to perfection and pick up another first down.
Here comes the Beaver offense near midfield, moving the ball nicely as Evan Lovett gets the handoff, and another nice gain. And this is what you have to do if you're Minot State. You don't need the big plays, and especially early in this ball game, do your best to tire out this Wildcat defense.
Yeah, absolutely. With the heat and everything, you control the game on the ground, play physical football. Against Sioux Falls last week, they controlled the time of possession almost 2-1. And boy, if you can come on the road and do that against Wayne State today, you've got a great chance to get a victory.
Chrisman under center once more. Another man in motion. Lovett gets the carry. Lovett chugs forward and runs into and over Jacob Bird for another big gain and a first down for the Beavers.
Well, this is against this defense, it's all about assignment football a lot of times, but right now they're just running right at the heart of that Wayne State defense. They'll run that misdirection. They'll run, like a reverse pivot out of that quarterback spot, so you really don't know which way the ball's going. But it's so important to play your position and not get out of position and give up a big play.
Another first down for the Beavers. Chrisman will keep. Chrisman plugs forward and brought down. First contact made by Alex Shaw defensively, and flag on the field.
That flag came in right at the end of that play. Not sure if we're going to have a hold or a face mask. I'm not real sure. Or a lot of wind.
Personal foul. Offense number 14. Blindside block. 15-yard penalty.
So blindside block. That's a big personal foul. That backs up the Beavers 15 yards, and that is a penalty that is so tricky. Take another look there. Well, now, if you're Minot State, you are way behind schedule. For a team that has only thrown the football 24 times this season, you can do what you've been doing. You can run the ball, get 5 yards a carry, but you might have to throw the ball here, depending on the situation.
Well, teams like Minot State, you mentioned on schedule, and we talk about that a lot, especially doing high school broadcasts, because a lot of teams like to run the ball. But it's important for a team that runs this triple option style of offense to not get behind the chains. And boy, a 15-yard penalty really puts you back.
Chrisman hands it off to Lovett. Lovett runs right into the Wildcat defense. Everybody was there here at Bob Cunningham Field. Sitzman collapsed on in, and then you got big guys like Luke Lambert, who have been here for 2 years now, really running their experience. And another guy inside, Trent Rasmussen. It's a tough front to run into.
Yeah, it really is. Good front four there for Wayne State. For Minot State, right now it's all about pounding away at that defense and try to set stuff up for later, especially on the edge.
Chrisman running the option, pitches it out, and not a lot of space to go, but running around the edge. Nice move by Eric Palmquist. Looked like he would be wrapped up for a big loss, but turns it into a positive.
That looked like he was going to get thrown for a loss. What a great move. Palmquist just put a move there on one of the Wayne State defenders and made something out of nothing on that run.
Still 3rd down and long. Big play here for the Beavers. Toss out. Got the blockers on the edge. Reading it well. Look at this run. 1st down. Minot State on the carry from Tyson Ruzishka. Ruzishka got the carry on the pitch out.
Watch a 32 Stonebreaker. He's the lead blocker, and boy, he didn't knock his man down, but he sure cleared the way for that run. Great block there by the sophomore, number 32 from Castle Rock, Colorado.
A 19-yard run for Ruzishka on a toss-out on 3rd and 13.
That's what
1st and 10.
I'm sorry, Caitlin. That's what good running teams do. They can run at any down.
Handoff up the middle and a short gain this time. Not a lot of space for Sam Buchanan. And he's another guy who's got really good skills to punish his defenders. 45 carries this season, 224 yards, but a big guy to use in short yardage situations. You talk about many guys who can carry the ball in this offense.
Yeah, that's a luxury to have that many guys, and you really need it when you run this style of offense.
Ruzishka in motion. He gets the toss out. Block out front. Ruzishka runs to the outside near the sticks. We'll see where the spot is. He might have been just about half a yard short, and they will mark him just a yard short.
It looked like it was Stonebreaker again for Minot State. He's the lead blocker out there in that slot, and he has thrown some nice blocks.
Well, with a name like Stonebreaker, you've got to be able to throw some big blocks.
You got to be a tough guy if that's your name, right?
Chrisman under center again. He keeps it. Chrisman following blockers. Runs into this Wildcat defense. Nowhere to go. Wayne State noses to the football. Dexter Larson in there to make the tackle.
Does pick up the 1st down. Or is that 2nd down? 1st down and goal for Minot State.
So just snuck in there to get the 1st down.
Forward progress.
First down. Handoff up the middle. Buchanan trying to churn forward for a few more, maybe gets a yard.
Well, what a drive. For Wayne State at this point now, it'd be a victory if you could keep them out of the end zone. But look at the clock, 7:25 and counting. A running team that runs like this will limit your possessions. Wayne State, you know, we're halfway through the quarter already on this drive. Wayne State has not touched the football.
And that will make your offensive possession so much more important. As Chrisman is under center. And timeout called by Minot State. Stick around, it's a 0-0 game, but the Beavers' methodical drive has them in the red zone when we come back on News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Dan Pupp, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. To me, a community bank cares about the customers in a different way than a larger bank would. Any solution we come up with is tailored to the individual, to what their needs are, and we've got a lot of flexibility because of that community bank structure that we have. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Our first quarter today is thanks in part to Yankton Medical Clinic. Norfolk, they are building a Norfolk legacy one patient at a time, one generation at a time, today and every day with Yankton Medical Clinic. Up the middle, Chrisman trying to churn forward, but the Wildcat defense shuts him down. Chrisman's helmet falls off, and he was looking for a flag.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody grabbed a face mask, but a lot of contact there, and
well, flag is down. Well, I don't believe so. There will be no penalty.
That does not appear to be so. Kalen, this is play number 16 of this drive.
Third down. Chrisman again under center. Flag flies. Chrisman rolls. Chrisman will be stopped in the backfield. Thrown down by Alex Shaw, but again, flag before the snap.
We'll see what this is, if this is going to be on Wayne State. Sam Buchanan is pointing, for Minot State, is pointing Wayne State's way. Boy, you sure hope you don't have an offsides or something here. And it looks like it is going to be against Wayne State.
Flag was thrown right as the snap went.
Offside.
That's a big penalty.
Number 93. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Boy, yeah, that hurts because you had the play, the drive stopped, and you had held Minot State to a field goal chance. We'll see if we can pick it up there. Boy, that's tough. Obviously, officials are a lot closer than we are, but that it was hard to pick up movement there. That maybe somebody lined up offsides.
So the ball is placed at the 3 for 3rd and 3 from the 3. And now whistles again for Wayne State. And it's a timeout called by Logan Masters and the Wildcats. 6:34 to play in the first quarter. No score, but the Beavers are knocking on the door.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options. Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
The Beavers have marched down the field, building a methodical drive, and 3rd down and 3 remains for a potential touchdown if they can get through this Wildcat defense, who just called a timeout due to an alignment issue. Chrisman under center. Snaps, Chrisman keeps, tosses out, cuts inside, touchdown! Minot State, Evan Lovett in to the end zone.
Well, that time the Beavers, they fake a dive here and come out on the edge, and it's one-on-one, and Shaw just can't keep his footing there. That's difficult out in the open field to cover that play. Minot State with a impressive 16-play, 75-yard touchdown drive. Only 6:29 left in the first quarter.
What a drive for the Beavers, and that is a drive that tells you why this Minot State team is 4-1. The PAT driven up and through by Diego Nunez-Smith, and Minot State takes the long drive halfway through this first quarter, all the way into the end zone. 6:29 remaining in the first, where we come back after this on NCN.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
The ball blows over before the kick, so we'll redo it, and that's what the wind can do to you today. But what the wind won't do is stop the running game, and that's exactly what Minot State did. Drove down the field, 6:29 to play in the first quarter. They took over half of the first quarter length of time to score a touchdown. Evan Lovett punished the drive off. Here's the kick that makes it into the end zone, and the Wildcat defense comes out, led by Nick Bowen, and a new face in the backfield, Akeem Knox, who has 32 yards this year on 11 carries, due to both Latravius Boyd and Dawson Forgy being out.
Yeah, that's that's his next man up, right? You've got a player like Latravius Boyd that's such a big play player that's not playing, and then Dawson Forgy might be out for a while. He was on crutches and in a boot down there in street clothes, so your top two backs out, you figure that Bone's going to have to make some plays through the air.
And his first play is an incomplete pass looking for Jaden Johnson. Johnson picked it up anyway in case it was a pass behind the line of scrimmage. He could have taken that forward, but because it is incomplete, we'll do it again at 2nd and 10. No running back even in the backfield with Nick Bowen in that first set, but now Akeem Knox is back there. Bowen hands this off to Knox. Knox, good blockers ahead. Look at the vision from the freshman up to the 35-yard line. Akeem Knox in a first down.
I kind of feel that Wayne State can move the ball on Minot State's defense. But you're going to have to be, when I say it every week that we do Wayne State games, Wayne State offense is best when it's multidimensional, when you can run and throw the football. That's a good start there for the youngster.
Takes the handoff to Knox. Bowen, plenty of time, launches one deep over the middle. It is incomplete, almost intercepted, but a great job by Jaden Johnson to play defense and knock that ball away from the defender.
Yeah, double coverage that time by the Beavers. Alex Bowen trying to go over the top and get a big play, but you see here, you got two defenders. You're lucky that ball was not intercepted.
Kevin Speed playing deep safety out there. Does not have an interception this season, but you don't want to give him his first here. In motion, hands it off to Knox. Knox plows forward, keeps it churning. Akeem Knox, a big carry, brings up 3rd down and short.
I like the way Knox is picking him up and putting him down. He's running hard. Freshman from Kissimmee, Florida, a long way from home, but kind of Florida weather out there today, isn't it? It's kind of hot, kind of.
3rd down and short. Knox gets the carry, has a nice push from his offensive line, and Knox picks up the 1st down and more. Wayne State, I think they're going to find that they've got something special with this freshman.
Yeah, absolutely looking good right now. And it helps as well because you've got some quality offensive linemen. You got guys like Jed Jansen at left tackle and Will Waschenberger at center that are all conference caliber type of guys.
Bowen Claps has a little bit of blitz being shown by Connor Reitzman for the Beavers here on the near side of the screen. A 3-4 defense, and Reitzman blitzes. It is a toss out to Marshall. Marshall slips a tackle and gets about 2 yards, or call it 1 yard after moving forward. And Trevor Marshall does play wide receiver, but he's also an incredible punter and actually was the NSIC Special Teams Player of the Week last week.
Yeah, he's an outstanding punter. That's such a weapon. That's such a forgettable spot until things go poorly. But Marshall is a guy that can really change field position out there at that punter spot, and a pretty good receiver as well.
Witt in motion. It's a toss out to Witt and gets blown up. Great play, blowing up the block by this Beaver defense. Take another look here.
Yeah, just played that really well.
And got through the block and didn't even.
Is that Speed?
It is Speed.
Yep.
Who showed his speed to make the play. 3rd down.
That Kevin Speed. He's from Cairo, Georgia. A lot of Southern guys coming up north here to play football.
Beavers showing blitz. And they bring 5. Bowen throws quickly. Caught it. It's Jaden Johnson. Stays on his feet. Close to the marker. But finally wrapped down by Brian Augustine.
I think he's going to be a yard short here, Caitlin. So I think with the, again, we talk about that, the urgency that each possession brings. We'll watch this play again. A nice catch there by Johnson. Almost gets there. He's a yard short. Wayne State is definitely going to go for it. And again, a lot of it goes to the urgency because of how long Minot State holds the football. You don't have a lot of possession.
Beavers bring everyone. Bowen under pressure, throws deep. It is caught. Play out of bounds after the incredible move to the football. Kendrick Watkins-Hogue.
Wow, one-on-one. Minot State just gambling there, throwing everybody in there, taking a run, and it's a one-on-one play. Watkins-Hogue, ball a little underthrown, but that's a great job by Watkins-Hogue to just come back for it and make a great catch. What a big, big play there for the Wildcats.
Well, did a fantastic job moving away from Brian Augustine, who had some good coverage on him, but was eyes on the football, able to make the step back. Gain of 36 yards, and it's 1st and goal from the 4. Here's Knox, finds a seam on the outside. Knox stays on his feet. Touchdown! Wayne State answers after another beautiful drive. It is an Akeem Knox score.
Well, a couple questions were answered on that drive. Number one, can Wayne State respond? They absolutely do. And the other question is, how's this freshman going to play? Well, I'm going to say right now, pretty darn well. Kept his feet after contact, and just went right toward the goal line, got that football over the boundary there, and for the touchdown. Big play.
Kick is good, and it's not Boston Hensley back there. It is Brady McGill, and his PAT knocked through the uprights. 7-7 after the first career touchdown for Akeem Knox with 2:31 to play in the first quarter. We've got a good one in this NSIC battle on News Channel Nebraska.
It's not about the hours, it's not about the acres. It's about the legacy, passed from one generation to the next. At Madison County Bank, we see your farming operation as a legacy, as a successful business, as a crucial part of the world's well-being. For over 130 years, Madison County Bank has stood beside farmers and ranchers in Northeast Nebraska. We have been and always will be here to help you grow. Madison County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
How liberal is Dan Osborne? Get this, you worked for your Social Security, but Osborne would give those benefits away to illegal immigrants. It's a slap in the face to seniors. Social Security benefits for illegals? Dan Osborne is so far left, he's not right for Nebraska. Deb Fisher fights for us. She stood with Trump to secure our border and protect Social Security. President Trump endorsed. Deb Fisher for Senate.
I'm Deb Fisher, and I approve this message.
So a nice touchdown drive by the Wildcats to mix in both the run and the pass. And it was a 36-yard pass to Kendrick Watkins-Hogue that set up a 4-yard touchdown for Akeem Knox, his first score of his college career. As the kick is held by Jacob Bird, booted down and out of bounds. That thing could have skipped out, but does stay and moves out to the back of the end zone. So it's a touchback, and the Beavers will start possession at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, only 2 possessions so far in this ball game, and Minot State really took a lot of that clock on that first possession. So important for Wayne State here to try to slow this offense down. And I think you see that Wayne State feels like they can move the ball against the Beavers' defense. The question is, can you slow these guys down, slow this running game down, and give your offense more possessions?
I think the Beavers are thinking we could run the ball against this Wildcat defense right now. Chrisman pitch out, and big play made. Charging in and a tackle for loss. Stopping Tyler Ruzishka in the backfield. And that was Mitchell Anderson, I believe.
That's a great play. That's playing that pitch play well. Came up and run support. We'll see if at any time that the Beavers maybe try to, that would be a good opportunity maybe for a halfback pass. But you got to kind of sell out against that run. That's put him behind the sticks. Now you just can't give up a big play here on second down.
Up the middle, love it. Gets a yard. 3rd down and 9 after a short gain. Called a gain of 4 yards after that 3-yard loss. So 3rd and 9 for Minot State. And again, behind the 8 ball, but they have not had issues trying to convert these 3rd and longs. They've still been running the football.
This is where you want the Beavers if you're Wayne State. You just can't give up the big play.
Chrisman, pitch out again. Love it. Stopped. Nice play by the Wildcat defense.
They played that pitch play well on that possession. Nothing around the edge. Minot State was able to pound away at the middle and then pop one out on the edge on that last drive. But Wayne State did a much better job playing assignment football, getting out there and shutting down that pitch play. Exactly what you wanted to do here if you're Wayne State. Get a 3 and out, get that football back, and not allow the Beavers to take chunks of time off of that clock.
Tate Heinrichs made the play, and Heinrichs is going to have a tricky position today as this is returnable. A nice carry up the middle and all the way to the 38-yard line on the return by Jacob Bird. But the job defensively for Tate Heinrichs will be a big one now this season, as Alex Kowalczyk, one of the leaders for this Wayne State defense, is supposedly out for the year.
Yeah, sound like he got a bicep injury, tore his bicep, and that's the second year in a row now that Alex has had a season-ending. Actually, had an injury in the before the season started last year. But boy, that's a guy. He's such a good player, such a good defender. You hate to lose a guy like that.
Bowen hands it off to Knox. Knox cuts inside, finds a nice gain, and is corralled down across the 40-yard line to the 43-yard line. As the time will wind out in our first quarter, quick first quarter of football. Lots of runs and a good game in this NSIC battle between Wayne State and Minot State. We're tied at 7. Second quarter is coming up.
The Chinese Communist Party weaponizes technology, from spy balloons to cyber attacks. And they use TikTok to target our kids and push their propaganda.
Conservative fighter Pete Ricketts.
That's why I was the first governor in America to ban TikTok on state devices and help pass a law banning our adversaries from owning TikTok. Now I'm working to fight China spying and stop the communists from buying our land. Enough is enough. I'm Pete Ricketts, and I approve this message.
At Wayne State, unlimited opportunities start with you, plus the power of us. It's the power of the classroom teacher, inspiring the next generation. Business entrepreneurs, soaring with success. Healthcare professionals, caring for their communities. Leaders in arts and sciences, making their mark on the world. With the power of Wayne State behind you, there's nothing you can't do. Learn more at exploreWayneStateCollege.com.
Starting off the second quarter, Wayne State football in a 7-7 game. Bowen has some time, decides to roll, and he's got legs, but he'll throw it at the last moment, and it's caught by Schmaderer for a first down.
Just a bit high, but Schmaderer, good hands there. I was wondering if they were going to say he didn't have complete possession before he went out of bounds. But it looks like that play is going to stand. That's a big pick up there for the Wildcats and another first down.
Those catches on the sideline are so impressive. And not only, like you mentioned, Lou, do you have to have 1 foot in college, but you got to have possession of the football. He might have bobbled it for a moment, but looked like he had it. Here is Bowen on a quarterback keeper. Fake the pitch to Johnson, and a helmet pops off. That's Kevin Speed, who will have to leave the play for a game, or leave the game for one play, as Bowen gets a nice carry across the 40-yard line down to the 38.
I'm sure Wayne State would be all right if Speed was going to sit the rest of the game out. He's been pretty productive there for that defense. Bowen can do this. I've said many times, he's kind of like a running back playing quarterback. He's got that ability, and not a guy that's going to do a whole lot of sliding or anything out there. He's a tough customer.
Second down and short. Bowen. Blocking is great. Bowen rolls out. Decides to make a run for the first down, and he's got it. He was jogging like he wanted to find an open receiver, but then turned on the jets and picks up the first.
We got out on the edge there, and there's a Minot State defender. Do you come up on him, or do you play back? Because you're not sure if he's going to throw it or run, and at the last minute, he just kind of tucks it down and picks up that first down. Again, exactly what Nick Bowen can do. He's got a great arm, but he can sure beat you with his legs as well.
First and 10 for Wayne State, having no trouble moving the football. Fakes the handoff. Bowen takes a shot deep. Down there, it is incomplete. Trevor Marshall leaped up with the defender, Cody Reitzman, and no one came up with the football.
Yeah, Reitzman in that zone playing a little bit deep, and he was deep enough. It looked like Marshall almost got behind him.
Well, it was Kevin Speed, rather, who was there and almost picked off the ball. He had control and lost it when he came down to the ground. Kevin Speed. He's doing a great job defensively off the edge. Gets a big block in the carry forward, chugging in a nice gain for the Wildcats. Brings up second down from the 28.
Actually, third down here in 5.
Third down and 5.
Kind of in the possibility of 4-down territory. Your kicker, Boston Hensley, is hurt in this ballgame, not playing.
And Brennan Hayes was the ball carrier that last played. Knox gets blown up. Ooh. In there for Minot State, Jalen Corprew. A transfer from Arkansas State University. Corprew makes his presence known and brings up 4th down and 10.
Solid hit there. But now, you definitely, that'd be a long field goal, especially with the wind and with the backup kicker. So Wayne State going to go for it here.
Wants to keep this drive alive with trips to the near side. Bowen steps up, sees a lane. Bowen reaching the first down and more. Wow. Cuts inside the 20. And Nick Bowen, like a rocket through the gap. First down, Wildcats.
How many defenses in this Northern Sun Conference are going to be happy? I bet there's a lot of defensive coordinators that come to his graduation. That is just a problem here. Runs up in that pocket. And look out. There's that running back in him. Get that first down. A big one on 3rd down and long. Wayne State keeps the drive alive.
Ian Shields, head coach for the Beavers, mentioned it. We're playing one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best in the NSIC. As this pitch gets away, we'll call it an incomplete pass.
That was a pitch. So it was to Watkins Hogue. I think they are going to call it an incomplete pass.
Forward pass on, yep.
Yeah, it was. I guess you'd call that a shuttle pass there.
I think Watkins Hogue got on it anyway, but
but you keep the field position. You don't lose it on a fumble.
Right, because the player was in front of, because Watkins Hogue was in front of Bowen. That is an incomplete pass, regardless of throwing motion. Brennan Hayes is the freshman running back there. Fakes the handoff to Hayes, throws incomplete at the feet.
That was a throwaway there. Nobody open, just throw it away and play for, in this case, 3rd down.
And just chucked it away at the feet of Corey Hollinger.
We'll see what the range is for Brady McGill of Wayne State. With Boston Hensley out of this ball game. An excellent kicker for Wayne State, out with an injury here today.
Bowen quickly throws, caught. Diving catch made by Dane Peterson. That's his first catch of this season. Short gain of 3 and brings up 4th down. And I think because of the kicking situation, Wayne State might keep that offense out there. We'll see the decision. And they will.
Yeah, 4th and 7. They're going to go for it. Picked up a first down with great feet there of your quarterback, Nick Bowen.
Snaps, Bowen looks. He's got time. Rolls out, tries to make the defender miss. Now he's backing up, doesn't have much to go. Dumps it off to Knox. Knox cuts inside, and he gets the first down.
Wow.
What a magical catch and run from Akeem Knox.
Well, it looked for a moment there that if Bone, watch him scramble here. First, you keep that play alive. First of all, great protection there, only a 3-man rush. But he had all the entire field over there if he would able to get around that corner. But he sees Knox. That's just great vision there. There's experience from the quarterback spot. And Knox, very impressive in his first start as a Wayne State Wildcat.
Andre Jenkins was trying to corral Nick Bowen, but it's a difficult job to do that. A timeout by the Wildcats after the first down. Incredible play by Akeem Knox. First down and goal from the 6-yard line. 9:39 to play in the first half when we return on NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, which has been providing quality residential and commercial floor coverings and installation for almost 50 years. And by You Say Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health.
Hospice is a philosophy of care for those individuals who've been diagnosed with a terminal illness.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
$9:39 to play in the first half. Wayne State just converted an incredible 4th down where Nick Bowen was being chased by defenders, but Akeem Knox with a little magic after the catch and run. Now here's the handoff to the freshman, Brennan Hayes. Touchdown, Wayne State. Hayes, it is his 2nd carry of the day, his 2nd carry of the season, and now we've got 2 freshmen with their first touchdowns for the Wildcat offense today.
Well, it helps if you're a freshman. If you get the ball and you have that kind of a hole looking right in front of you, just get right through it there into the end zone. Great blocking by that offensive line. Really set the freshman up for an easy touchdown run.
Yeah, this is where after that drive, you just say, hey, Jet, Chris, Will, Jake, Tyrell, thank you guys for giving me that big hole. PAT is up and good by Brady McGill and the Wildcats. 6-yard touchdown run, 9:35 to play in the first half.
Hospice is a philosophy of care for those individuals who've been diagnosed with a terminal illness who no longer want to pursue curative measures as opposed they want to receive comfort measures. Hospice is not about giving up or waving the white flag. It's really about changing our focus. If we can impact how someone feels on a day-to-day basis, we can impact their quality of life.
My wife was diagnosed with lung cancer, a stage 4 terminal from the get-go. Early summer, late spring of 23, and we entered into the hospice program. I knew that Jan was going to be comfortable as could be. She certainly had some difficult moments, but by and large, hospice provided her with pain-free care, which was so important with the condition that she had.
I think here at Faith Regional Hospice, we all take our job very personally. My name is Jennifer Bucklew, and these are hospice services through Faith Regional.
Trevor Marshall has the ball set up at the 35-yard line and gives it a whack as Wayne State scores a touchdown. Freshman Brennan Hayes. Here's the carry on the return by Minot State, Devin Daniels. So first down and 10 for Minot State. And they moved the ball great on their first drive, but they were shut down on their last attempt.
Yeah, the first drive, they had 16 plays, 75 yards for a touchdown. The second possession, not quite as fruitful, only 3 plays and a punt. So, tale of 2 drives. If you're Wayne State, yeah, I like the adjustments they made against that option and force the Beavers 3 and out. We'll see what happens on this drive.
Hands it off, Lovett gets in there for a short gain of 4. All about 6 yards after or 5 yards now as the chain moves back.
Well, last possession by Wayne State showed a couple things. Number one, I don't know that they trust their backup kicker against that wind, but you do trust a 4-year starter at quarterback, and boy, did Nick Bone make some plays on that drive.
And off again, Lovett, nice carry, gets close to the marker, and I think he might have got there. And he did. Ooh, 3rd and short. Just short.
Boy, love it there, number 0 in the middle of your screen. He's a big boy out there, 6'1", 235.
Nope, now it's a first down.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. It looked like he got it.
I was going to say, I thought so too, but the spot looked a little short for the moment, but they moved the chains again. So first down and 10 for the Beavers. Handoff up the middle. Still churning. Whistles have not blown yet, and finally they do.
Well, this is Wayne. This is a place that loves rugby, and you saw a rugby scrum right there.
And Evan Lovett, I mean, he's tough to bring down. You talk about a guy who is 6'1", 235.
Yeah, that's what we just mentioned. Big guy and playing that fullback spot. They've been using him as kind of a battering ram against this Wayne State defense. He's got a lot of touches.
Leading rusher on the season for good reason. Chrisman looks to the sideline. We're backing back under center and now running an option,
Whoa.
but Wayne State sniffed it out.
Perfect.
Off the edge, Clyde Hinton with the TFL.
Yeah, read that perfectly. Watch Hinton come up and run support. He read that play. Yeah, a couple guys there for Wayne State. That was read perfectly. If I'm an offensive coordinator, I might think about maybe trying to burn Wayne State with a halfback pass on that, with that aggressive run support.
You might get a job just for thinking of that just there. Third down and 10.
I need a job.
Chrisman looking to throw. First time today, and he gets brought down to the backfield.
Great rush.
Pressure came in quick. The offensive line collapsed, and a flag is thrown after the sack by Carter Sitzman.
Well, after the play, a flag down here in front of the Wayne State bench. Let's watch this replay. Again, read it well, knew it was coming. Got some big dogs in there, like Carter Sitzman. Now we'll see what this penalty is. I'm going to guess a personal foul as late as it came in. We'll see who it's against.
That came all the way near the Wayne State sideline.
Kickoff foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 21. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Wow, so Joe Morrison, who cannot believe it, and he comes off the field.
Yeah, we didn't really see what happened there. I know there was
Morrison pleading his case, and Logan Masters is letting the official hear it.
And that happened right in front of the Wayne State bench, so clearly Coach does not agree with the call. But you got to really be careful. That's a big, big penalty.
Pitch out to the speed on the outside, Tyler Stonebreaker. But Joe Morrison, your star cornerback, gets the big penalty and keeps the chains alive for Minot State after the 2-yard gain from Stonebreaker brings up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, penalties like that are tough because it came after the play, and certainly after Wayne State appeared to have Minot State in a punting situation.
Under 6 minutes to play in the first half as Minot State bleeding the clock. Toss out to Ruzishka. Ruzishka with a lane and a first down. And now Logan Masters again on the sideline talking to the official. I think he wants a hold on the outside. With these toss plays, there's a lot of possibilities for holds.
Yeah, didn't see one in that play that what we could see. Certainly Coach upset again there on the sideline.
1st and 10. Minot State moving. Buchanan gets the carry up the middle. Buchanan chugging forward before being tackled down by Jackson Boss. Inside the 40-yard line.
Well, Buchanan coming in to spell Lovett. And Sam Buchanan playing that fullback spot. He's He's 5'11", 225, so big fellas. A lot of girth there at that fullback spot.
You got guys that are just so big and they're fast. Look at this, a little bootleg, a lot of space, couldn't get the block, and it's a big play by Clyde Hinton again, his second tackle for loss this afternoon.
That's that misdirection we talked about, kind of a little bit of a reverse pivot here where it goes the other way. It looks like the play's going to the left, the play comes out to the right, but well read that time. Great job, Hinton with the open field tackle.
Well, and if Aiden Schumott is able to push Hinton to the outside, it gives Chrisman a chance to run in the middle, but since I think Schumott wanted to get out there and try to turn him in, but he couldn't do it in time, which brings up 3rd down and 8 after the loss. Chrisman keeps, Chrisman tackled. Gain of 1. Caden Sutton there with first contact to help finish off Carson Chrisman, and it's 4th down from the 40.
Boy, what do you do here if you're Minot State? But Ian Shields in his 2nd year at Minot State. Last year, 1-10, and things are changing up there in Minot, North Dakota. Looks like they're going for it here. Maybe you'll have a quick kick.
Chrisman does have 1 punt this season, so it might be, and that is what it is. Quick kick, bounces at near the 10-yard line, continues to roll inside the 2 and down at the 2. Carson Chrisman, quarterback and punter. Little quick kick works to pin Wayne State deep. Stick around for our halftime show today, thanks to Wayne State College, devoted to student success for more than 100 years. Insurance 365, the healthcare specialist you want to do business with, and visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney.
Well, I don't think you can do it any better than what we just saw Carson Chrisman do. Really pinned Wayne State back. 3:01 to go, and you're going against the wind here, so we'll see how aggressive Wayne State elects to be.
We'll see what the defense can do here. It's a big spot for the Beavers. Trying to make a stop. Knox with the carry. Knox with a gain. Knox upended after a big first down for Wayne State. If he broke one more tackle, he might have set the career long. It reminded me of the Latravius Boyd run from week 1.
I think you see a pulling guard there. Really cleared the way. Boy, Knox, good first half.
16-yard carry from Akeem Knox, and now Bowen in the shotgun. A little bit more space to work here. You can throw the ball if you want, and that's what they'll do. No, it's a quarterback draw. Bowen will run forward into the defense through the 20-yard line and down at about the 24. Clock nearing the 2-minute portion of the first half of football.
Wayne State only with 1 timeout here to work with as we reach the 2-minute timeout.
14-7, Wayne State up by a touchdown. Wildcats with the football and a chance to score a few more points before the half. We'll find out what Wayne State decides to do coming up next on NCN.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
Second down and 5 for Wayne State to open up the 2-minute timeout. Kalen Devin along with Lou Seifgard here today in Wayne America, as this game has been going on for just about an hour.
It's crazy, isn't it? That first drive by Minot State took a good chunk of that first quarter. Again, it was a 16-play drive, 16 official plays. There was a few plays that with penalties and such that don't count, but that was a long, time-consuming drive. But they have not scored since then.
Wayne State, here's Bowen, snaps, rolls forward. Bowen will run, trying to get to the outside, and he does. Picks up the first down and out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Bit efficient with the legs today.
Yeah, and again, that's what Nick Bowen can do. We've talked about him so many times. He can light you up through the air. He's got good receivers out there, but when things break down or people are covered, he is so dangerous with his feet.
Hands this one off to the outside. Knox to the 30, to the 40. Knox pushes forward a defender. Gain of almost 15 yards. And now the Wildcats are in business. Hakeem Knox, after a 14-yard carry, move the chains with 1:43 to play.
We figure, I see Latravius Boyd down on the sidelines in sweats. He appears to be walking around and everything okay. Does not look like it's going to be a long-term injury, but I think I know Hakeem Knox probably going to be the number 2 guy with 4G, likely out a lot longer.
Knox again trying to get to the outside. He did not quite get there. Could not get out of bounds, and the clock runs.
And try to save that timeout. We'll see if with Nick Bowen out there, if you try to take a shot downfield.
2nd down and 9. This Wildcat offense has some great weapons. Here's a little stunt by the Beavers, and it gets through. Bowen will just have to throw the ball away. Did he have a receiver in the area?
He was out of the pocket, I believe. Yeah, they're going to say he was out of that pocket so he can get rid of the football. So no intentional grounding, but that does bring up 3rd down and 9. 59 seconds to go. I think if you don't pick it up here, you punt the football. Minot State has shown the ability to drive the field. They don't have the big play capability, I don't think, that you're going to be too worried about if you don't pick up this first down.
Blitz comes up the middle, picked up nicely by the freshman Hayes. Here's a shot to the outside, incomplete. Searching for Trevor Marshall. 54 seconds to play in the first half. And Wayne State unable to convert that 3rd down and long. So here comes the punt team.
Marshall way out there on that long pass. He's got to run back now and get in position to punt the football. So I don't have old guys like me doing that, because I'd be tired. I'd be winded by the time I got back there.
Well, you're winded walking up to the booth, so.
That's because I got to carry you.
54 seconds as Trevor Marshall, the reigning NSIC punter or special team player of the week, boots it. Fair catch is signaled, and it is made by the Beavers, Nariga Jonathan. So from the 8-yard line, we'll see what Minot State wants to do. Do the Beavers want to try and run the football? Maybe just keep your offense going until the clock runs out?
Unless you've got some sort of trick play that you dare to try. You do have, I think,
this would be time for the halfback pass.
Yeah, there you go. That can be feast or famine, though, because if things go wrong and you end up turning it over, you could really set up Wayne State nicely. You're only down 1 score. My guess is they're just going to run the football at Wayne State, get to halftime down 7 points.
Lovett the deep back, and he gets the ball. Lovett pushes forward and gets brought down after a gain of 2 yards to the 10-yard line.
All right, now Minot State, the running backs, just about all of them are anywhere between about 4 to 5 yards a carry on the season. And right now, per play, Minot State's at 3.7 yards. So Wayne State's, especially since that first drive, has really slowed this offense down.
And in motion again, Lovett the carry and swallowed up. Wayne State not letting anything by as Carter Sitzman brings down Lovett and brings us to the end of the first half of football. Quickly through 1 quarter or 2 quarters of play, Wayne State with a 14-7 lead over Minot State. The Wildcats will receive the ball to open up the 3rd quarter and try to continue what is already a one-score lead. We've got the halftime highlights coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures, out-of-this-world shopping, star-studded evenings, and award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
College and the Department of Music present the pride of Wayne State, the 2024 Wildcat.
Well, there's the look at the pride of Wayne State College with the marching band entering the field. And what's been a really fun game so far, the clock has moved quickly. We are just about an hour through one half of football. The Wayne State Wildcats leading the Minot State Beavers 14-7. I'm Kalen Devin along with Lou Siefker here at the break. And quickly, before we get to our halftime highlights and look more into the stats about this game so far, we want to talk about the Kearney Sportsplex, owned by the city of Kearney. And they plan to open here in the spring of 2025. So that's coming up in just a few months, which is pretty crazy. Got to get through winter first. But once we get to spring, we're going to see that guy in full form in Kearney, Nebraska.
Oh, I can't wait. I got to make a trip out there to check that out. That's a fantastic facility, so much space to do so many things. It's just going to be such a boon for Kearney, and you're going to have guys like me from all over the state wanting to show up there and check that place out.
Well, they'll have a lot of reasons for you to check it out, including a turf field with the 3 drop-down net batting cages. You can play football, baseball, softball, soccer in there. We'll have pickleball courts and a track, as well as just the amazing amount of space in the gym. 59,000 square footage in a hardwood gymnasium, 3,000 spectator bleachers with 8 regulation high school basketball courts, or up to 12 volleyball courts, which Wayne State would love because they've got a great volleyball program here, and they've also got room for 20-plus wrestling mats. So lots of space at the Kearney Sportsplex.
What can't you do there? I mean, just you try to think of something. Maybe auto racing. Outside of that, I think it's pretty much.
I think you could probably fit a track in there. Maybe do a little racing inside. Go-karting.
Probably could. There you go. I like that idea.
Fun. Now, that's not endorsed by us, but we're saying if you wanted to, you probably could do it. Located directly off Interstate 80, Kearney Sportsplex is a year-round, climate-controlled, multi-use premier athletic facility that can accommodate youth and adult sports tournaments, camps, leagues, and recreation programs. Check out the Kearney Sportsplex coming spring of 2025. At the break, Wayne State 14, Minot State 7. We'll have your halftime highlights and stats and other scores around the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference. Coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Are your Medicare supplements too high? Does your employer not offer health insurance? Who can I trust locally in a live office and not an 800 number? Come see Insurance 365 healthcare experts Angela Credeville and Sarah Kuhn. Angela specializes for you with personal consulting for people over 65 and their Medicare plans. Sarah is the expert on individual plans for those of you under 65. Angela and Sarah, the healthcare experts you want to do business with.
At Wayne State, unlimited opportunities start with you, plus the power of us. It's the power of the classroom teacher, inspiring the next generation. Business entrepreneurs, soaring with success. Healthcare professionals, caring for their communities. Leaders in arts and sciences, making their mark on the world. With the power of Wayne State behind you, there's nothing you can't do. Learn more at ExploreWayneStateCollege.com.
Seven at the half is the lead for Wayne State. 14-7 over Minot State. Caitlin Deppen along with Lou Siefker joining you this evening on News Channel Nebraska this afternoon. We're here today at Bob Cunningham Field. It's a beautiful Saturday. Well, let's take a little bit of a look at how we got to the point that we're here right now with our halftime highlights. They are brought to you by Currency. Take a look here at this toss out. This was an incredible play on 3rd down and 14. The big block set up as Tyson Ruzicka picks up the first down and keeps the chains moving for Minot State on the opening drive. Then a little toss out to Lovett, who brings it into the end zone. And that was a long drive of 9 minutes, 16 plays, Lou.
Yeah, that was a big-time drive there. That's exactly what the Beavers try to do.
Taking a shot here at 36-yard catch made by Kendrick Watkins Hogue. They move the chains and give it to Akeem Knox, who dives for the end zone and picks up the touchdown.
How about that balance?
Tying up the game at 7. Knox finds Paydirt. Now 4th down and 10. Look at the speed from Nick Bowen. Sees the hole open up and uses his legs to the advantage.
He just made so many plays on that drive and in that second quarter.
Bowen today rushing the ball has 38 yards. Looking to run here. No, he stops on 4th down again. Fires it away. Caught by Knox. And Knox, look at this catch and run. Magical move to pick up the first down and keep the chains moving for Wayne State on 4th down. Very next play, handed off to another freshman running back, Brennan Hayes, freshman from Creston, Iowa, takes it in for the touchdown. Wayne State leading at 14-7 at the break. So, I mean, this offense for Minot State came out strong. They had it. It almost looked like it was scripted the whole way. Beavers found the end zone, and since then, this Wildcat defense has shut them down.
Well, what the Beavers tried to do in that first drive, and they did so successfully, was in any running game, you've got to be able to, if you're defending that sort of option game, you've got to stop it up the middle first. And Minot State was able to really kind of pound away at that Wayne State middle of the defense, and then they were able to get those plays outside, those option plays, and they executed it at a high level there on that first drive. Wayne State made some adjustments and have really done a much better job stopping that interior run and getting out there on the perimeters and slowing down that option. So since that first drive, which was a 75-yard touchdown drive, I'm trying to add this, 39 yards of offense total since then. So a great job by Wayne State to really make those adjustments and slow down this Minot State offense.
And the linebackers have played well. You've seen good play from Tate Heinrichs, from Clyde Hinton, Alex Shaw, Dexter Larson. I mean, those are guys who are stepping up big today, again, for Alex Kowalczyk, who is out for the season. And then the defensive front has played great as well. We've seen good plays made by Carter Sitzman, by Trent Rasmussen. Jackson Boss has gotten in there a few times. And, I mean, this Wildcat defense is truly one of the best in the conference. And Wayne State just continues to get better. They see the first drive. They get scored on. And what do? They know what to look out for, and they've made the plays to give them the advantage here as the game has continued.
Yeah, certainly mark of a good coaching staff, too, to take those adjustments and change things. Certainly Scott McLaughlin there at the defensive coordinator. As we mentioned, since that first drive, they've really controlled the Minot State offense. They have not been able to make the plays, and we'll find out probably at after the ball game exactly what those changes were. But whatever they are, in total, they have really worked. I know they've done a good job fanning out on those option plays and not allowing those one-on-one situations on the perimeter of that offense. Really slowing that option play down has slowed the Beavers down as well.
Watching the triple option can always be...
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, which has been providing quality residential and commercial floor coverings and installation for almost 50 years. And by You Say Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health.
More than 80 communities across the state count on Nebraska Public Power District to power their every day. And like a dependable neighbor, we work tirelessly to make our communities a better place to live. From preparing them for economic growth, to partnering in local events, to educating tomorrow's workforce, we are charged with creating community connections that are just as trusted and reliable as the electricity we provide. NPPD, powering our state, empowering our communities.
The halftime show is brought to you by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney. And by Insurance 365, your local expert for your Medicare plans.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
Wayne State leading at the break 14-7 over Minot State. Kaylin Debin and Lou Seifger joining you today. And Lou, you got them some stats around the conference and around the league.
Yeah, Northern Sun, everything kind of just getting underway here largely, everything at least in the first half. I think the marquee game of the day is Minnesota Duluth at Augustana. Right now the Vikings 14-7 over the Bulldogs with about 23 seconds to go before halftime. Concordia St. Paul leads the University of Mary 3-0. That's early in the first quarter. Sioux Falls and Minnesota State. Minnesota State's ranked as high as 4 in the nation in one poll. They are tied at 0-0 early in the first quarter. Bemidji State and Northern State have not gotten underway yet. Our friends from Nebraska Kearney having a nice ball game at halftime, up 28-0 over Southwest Minnesota State.
Be careful that you call UNK friends in Wayne, America.
No, that's a good point. They're friends of us at News Channel Nebraska. Maybe not so much here at Wayne State. And then obviously our game here, halftime, Wayne State Wildcats leading Minot State 14-7.
Well, you named lots of teams that Wayne State will be seeing as this season progresses. Obviously, homecoming today, but next week they'll travel to Southwest Minnesota State for a night game and then head on over to the University of Mary on October 19th. Back here on October 26th against Sioux Falls in the Hall of Fame game before going up to Bemidji State, trying to avenge last season's loss here at home. That was the first loss at home for Logan Masters against Bemidji State last season. Then they'll take on Northern State and Concordia St. Paul for the final 2 games of the year. Both of those games are at home, and Concordia St. Paul is the famous Egg Bowl.
Yep, that's always the ever-famous Egg Bowl. Gotta love those games. The one that stands out to me is certainly they're all difficult. You don't, if you're Coach Masters, you don't like looking ahead. But that Bemidji State game, that will be a big one for Wayne State and might decide, if you could go on the road and win that game and take care of business in your other games, Wayne State would certainly not only be in the conversation for the playoffs, probably would be in the NCAA Division II playoffs at that point.
Right. I mean, this is a conference that is always so strong. They're always going to be – there's lots of teams that can move and fluctuate throughout the season. But right now, again, you've got a team like Minnesota State as high as 4 in one poll. They're at 7 in another poll. I mean, Bemidji State's ranked 16th at D2Football.com. Augustana's ranked 25th. So these are all great teams that Wayne State has still yet to see a few of them.
Yeah, I think that everything's out in front of Wayne State. You can lose a ball game, and losing to Minnesota State is not, no one's going to look down at that. That's a great football team. I think Wayne State really, even though they were outplayed in that game, late in that fourth quarter, they had a chance. That game was tied, and that's the game that you learn from. You want to be at that level. You learn from teams like Minnesota State, but again, no gimmies out there. But I think there's some winnable games ahead of this team. Can you get that head of steam going, get that momentum going? And I still think this could be a very special year for the Wayne State Wildcat football program.
And one of them they're trying to finish off is today. A lead 14-7 over Minot State. Wayne State with the football as we return for the start of the third quarter coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people. Now we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location, has several multi-specialty outreach physicians, including ear, nose, and throats, orthopedic surgery, urology, nephrology, general surgery, and pulmonology. Our physicians are all board certified. They have obtained the highest level of medical expertise in their field. Rated by our patients with a perfect 5 stars. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location, offers so much care, so close to home. Located in the Fountain Point Medical Building, Norfolk.
We are here, in the field, on your farm, in your community. For over 90 years, we've been serving you, our customers, our owners. October is National Co-op Month. This year, we're honoring our cooperatives past and looking forward to our future. The future is cooperative. The future is farmers' pride.
A beautiful day in Wayne, America. The wind is blowing pretty strong, but it has not affected a whole lot for either side. Minot State loves to run the football. Wayne State loves to mix it around. And Wayne State with a lead on the scoreboard, 14-7 over Minot State. Kalen Devin, Lou Siefker joining you today at beautiful Bob Cunningham Field, where the Wildcats are looking to get the ball to start the third quarter and see what they can do. See if they can continue to move it against this Beaver defense. They've been doing it for most of the game today.
Yeah, I think they've had a good first half. Take away that first drive by the Beavers, this really has been Wayne State's half. It's only 14-7, so you've got to play 4 quarters. But I think you got to be confident right now if you're Wayne State on both sides of the ball. You really shut down that Minot State offense after that first drive, and the Wayne State offense has had some success moving the football. So I think when you're talking to the team, if you're Logan Masters, it's all about just avoid mistakes, avoid the silly penalties, and execute here on offense. You feel like you got a great chance here to come away with a victory.
Evan Lovett leads the way for the Beavers, 59 yards. Tyson Ruzichka with 30. Eric Palmquist with 16. And still Carson Chrisman is still 0 for 0 today. Has not even attempted a pass play. For Wayne State, Akeem Knox, the freshman, 62 yards with a touchdown. Nick Bowen's got 38 on the ground. And other freshman, Brendan Hayes, 10 yards and his first career touchdown. Bowen is also 7 for 14 for 70 yards through the air, as this is booted away by Diego Nunez-Smith and into the end zone for a touchback.
Kalen, you mentioned the wind. You can hear that wind in those field mics. It's still blowing pretty good. I think if you're Wayne State now, that wind's kind of swirling. It's kind of hard to tell, which direction it's really affecting down there. But Wayne State has not been afraid to throw, no matter what direction they're going in that first half.
First play of the third quarter, and whistles and a flag, a full start against the Wildcats. Not the ideal start to a drive.
No.
It is Kendrick Watkins-Hogue with the false start penalty. Back him up 5 yards.
Must have been a pass play if your receiver's leaving early.
It is a run here. Nick Bowen, quarterback keeper. Bowen with some space and gets popped across the 30-yard line. A good play for the first down. But how about the hit by Carter Coet?
Yeah. Nick Bowen, he's a tough dude. He got up a little bit slow on that. He appears to be okay, but he took a shot. That, as much as you love Nick Bowen running the football, you don't want him taking too many more shots like that one.
It's 2nd down and 2 after the nice carry. Here's the handoff up the middle. Now it's a first down. Akeem Knox picks it up on the ground.
Again, you got to be really excited for Akeem Knox. If you're a Wayne State fan, boy, you just kind of held your breath when you got Dawson Forgy out, Travius Boyd out. Who's going to step in there and make the play? Well, pretty well stocked running back room, I'd say, with Wayne State. And Akeem Knox, the freshman from Kissimmee, Florida, playing very well in this one.
Bowen claps, gets the snap. Here comes Knox again, follows the blocker, slips a tackle. Knox stays on his feet with that balance over midfield, and another first down.
Wow. Just what the doctor ordered here for Wayne State. Nice drive here. About 5 to 10 yards before it really had any contact, so you got to credit a lot of that to that offensive line, the blocking downfield. But Knox, one thing I've noticed with him is he's good after contact. He's running hard here this afternoon.
6 foot, 200-pound freshman. He's a decent-sized running back, and he's got the speed. Was able to shake that tackle from Carson Psycho, the middle linebacker. Hands it off to Knox again. Makes a cut to the outside. This time, Psycho is able to get him, and then the rest of the Beavers are able to make the stop, but a flag is thrown. With the flag being thrown near the line of scrimmage, it could be an offensive penalty. Hands to the face on Chris Graham Jr. A lot of times you'll see hands to the face on the defense. You don't see it a lot on the offensive end.
Seems like this year, for whatever reason, I've seen more of that with the offense. You're right. Usually, traditionally, that's more of a defensive penalty, but a lot of offensive linemen getting their hands up underneath the chin strap, and that's obviously a penalty.
And it's a serious penalty. It's not one that you think, oh, 5, 10 yards. No, but hands to the face, a 15-yard penalty. That goes against Wayne State, backs them up. In motion is wide receiver Colton Andrews, makes a little catch across the 40-yard line down to the 38. Or excuse me, the 42.
Right now, it's just about getting some positive gains. Try to set yourself up for a makeable third down situation. Those 15-yard penalties, they are so detrimental to an offense because it just puts you so far behind the 8 ball.
Second down and long. 2 wide receivers split out for the Wildcats. It is a handoff and popped backward. Kind of running into the offensive line. Brennan Hayes, not a lot of places to go.
Yeah, that was the proverbial brick wall there. Just get through it, just get knocked backwards.
Oh, this would be big for Minot State. If you're able to keep Wayne State from moving this ball across the first down marker, got to take that as a win. See if you can get your offense back out on the field.
Got to keep Nick Bone in front of you if you're the defense.
Hands it off to Knox. He slips away from one tackle, continues to move, and tabletopped over the 45-yard line down to the 46. It's 4th down and long still, and here comes Trevor Marshall and the punt team.
Well, obviously the penalty hurt you. And now Wayne State has to punt. The key here is kind of twofold. Certainly, against that wind, the kicking game can be a challenge when you have a good punt, and force Minot State to travel the length of the field here to get points on the board.
There's the boot, and Ariga Johnson is back there. Jonathan watches this bounce at the 20 and work its way out of bounds, marked at the 15-yard line. So another good punt from Trevor Marshall. Does a great job at flipping the field, and no wonder he was the player of the week on special teams for the conference a week ago.
Yeah, it's really good special teams unit here for Wayne State. Again, Boston Hensley, the place kicker, out today with an injury. But Marshall, a fantastic punter, and pinning Minot State there inside the 20, around the 15-yard line. That's exactly what you wanted him to do, and force the Beavers to travel a long way to score.
First carry of the possession out of bounds after a nice gain. Moving the ball near the sticks. 2nd down and 2.
And boy, for Minot State, that's what you want to do as well, is be good on first downs, stay on schedule, and try to get ahead of schedule. 2nd and 2 would be ahead of schedule. It opens up a lot of things you can do.
I really love flipping that ball out to Tyson Rosicka and then handing it up the middle to Evan Lovett, who picks up the first down. Gain of about 3. Move those chains for the Beavers.
The Beavers offense, they like to hand the ball to that fullback. I would go ahead and say they love it.
They do love Evan Lovett. That's true.
They do.
They love it. You're due for one of those a game, at least. I'm shocked we had to wait till the 3rd quarter for you to make a bad joke. First pass attempt of the game. Instead, it's a run. Here comes the speed from Carson Chrisman across midfield, down at the 40-yard line. What a run from Carson Chrisman.
It almost looked like a broken play. Certainly it was on the defense, I guess, not on the offense, because he went the other way with it. There was just nothing downfield on that pass play, but that left side of the defense, there was a lot of space. Chrisman took advantage of that and picks up fantastic yardage now inside Wayne State territory at the 39.
35-yard gain for Chrisman. And now an opportunity to move the football. Here's Buchanan, carries it forward past the 40-yard line down to the 38. So here's the opportunity for Minot State. You move the ball very well to open up the ball game, scored a touchdown, and then offense kind of got shut down. The defense comes out, thanks to a penalty, helps stop Wayne State. Now the Beavers across midfield in business if they can keep this thing moving. Chrisman will keep it himself, makes it past the 35, and forward progress carries Chrisman down. Forward progress carries Chrisman down to the 34.
That Chrisman run a moment ago was the longest run of the game. Minot State kind of dinks and dunks in that running game, gets 3, 4, 5 yards to carry. But that 35-yard run by Chrisman, the biggest so far. Now they're 3rd and 5.
And essentially this is 2 plays for 3rd down and 4th down. A timeout called by Minot State. So Ian Shields wants to talk it over with the Beavers. 8 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 5 when we return on News Channel Nebraska.
At Wayne State, unlimited opportunities start with you, plus the power of us. It's the power of the classroom teacher, inspiring the next generation. Business entrepreneurs, soaring with success. Healthcare professionals, caring for their communities. Leaders in arts and sciences, making their mark on the world. With the power of Wayne State behind you, there's nothing you can't do. Learn more at ExploreWayneStateCollege.com.
Timeout by Minot State. Talking about it here before a 3rd down and 5 that is looming large as this game continues. 8 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. So what could we see here from the Beavers to try and move the chains? You probably have 2 plays to do it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's the philosophy here. But what are you going to do on 3rd down? You want to set yourself up for a makeable 4th down if that's the situation.
Well, Buchanan is the fullback, as in motion. It's the keeper. Toss it out to Jonathan on the end around. Reverse. Doesn't get him as much as the Beavers want, but it is 4th down and 2 up to the 37-yard line. Noriga Jonathan, that's his 3rd carry of the season.
Well, it was a great play out there.
Fourth down and 3. Big play for Minot State. Under center, Chrisman. Bootleg, gets a block. Chrisman doesn't get there.
Wow.
Wrapped up and tackled by Luke Lambert before the sticks.
Two good defensive plays there for Wayne State. Nothing doing. They tried that reverse pivot play coming back to the other way. Just didn't work. That burned them, Wayne State, a few times, especially that first drive. But they have figured it out since then. The play before that, Jess Crystal, the linebacker, freshman from Carlisle, Iowa, made a big open field tackle to prevent the first down. So great job, Wayne State defensively. Now can the offense take advantage? Now, certainly it's got a distance to travel, but they have the football back.
Here's Knox, and Knox is brought down. First contact made by Jalen Corprew. Able to make the stop for the Beavers. And a tackle for loss for the former Arkansas State Red Wolf.
Right now, Beavers with 166 rushing yards. That's pretty good. The other side of it is they have a grand total of 0 passing yards. So they're obviously, we expected that coming in to be one-dimensional. They've only tried a couple of past plays it, one ended up in a sack.
Toss to the outside, immediately hit after the catch is made by Dane Peterson, his second catch, and Nalu Cordero on the tackle.
It's kind of a medium out there. Good catch. That sets you up here on third down.
Kind of an option for Nick Bowen. He either had Peterson or Akeem Knox, who kind of he flipped his way out. Could have been a big play on a check down. Here comes pressure. 5 throws it across the sideline to Jaden Johnson and picks up the first down from the slot. Jaden Johnson, the speed across the middle on a mesh route, and Wayne State moves the chains on third.
That's two different types of offenses, but this is something Minot State can't do, is send that receiver across the middle. Jaden Johnson. Looks like Jaden Johnson's been around a long, long time, but he's a playmaker for this Wayne State team. Picks up that first down.
1st and 10 from the 50. Bowen by himself. Quarterback keeper on the draw play. Bowen following blockers and tackle made by Brian Augustine. A nice gain across midfield to the 43-yard line. Second down and 3.
That's got to be such a, such an easy, I wouldn't say easy, but I mean, it's such a positive thing to have for Colin Prosser, the offensive coordinator, if you're calling plays, is to have that available, just the quarterback running game. I mean, a guy like Nick Bowen, that was a designed run, and he's so dangerous in that just so many problems for the defense.
Handoff, first down, Brennan Hayes. Got the good blocks on the outside, set up by Jet Jansen and Chris Graham Jr. That left side of this line is so strong.
Absolutely.
Left side of this line is so strong for Wayne State. Handing off here again. Brennan Hayes continues to move forward and find the blockers for a nice gain of about 7 across the 30.
I mentioned a moment ago, 166 rushing yards for Minot State. And it looks like they updated 170 yards rushing now for Wayne State. So Wayne State actually has surpassed the number by the Beavers in the running game. That's very positive.
Bowen by himself. We've seen a few quarterback keepers out of this formation. Trey Miller and Dane Peterson are tight ends on the near side, and here comes that keeper again. Bowen chugs right into the defense and picks up the first down at the 25. Wildcats are moving now. Bowen's a little slow to get up, but he seems to be okay.
That's a little scary when he gets up slow. That's the second time he's done that. That's a guy you do not want on the sidelines. Too important to this offense. 4-year starter out of Bennington, Nebraska. Meant so much to this team, this program, the last 4 years.
Wayne State kind of has a Bennington pipeline. They've got a lot of players from Bennington, the Badgers. 1st and 10. Here comes Akeem Knox. Cuts inside.
Wow.
Makes another nice move. Knocks inside the 20. Down to the 19.
Boy, Akeem Knox starting and stopping. What a move. He just planted his foot and made a great cut. Let's see if we can see this coming at you here. Look at that move. Just planted that foot. The defender goes by him. That's an excellent move there by the freshman.
Just got great vision. 2nd down and 4, under 2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Bowen standing at the 25. Pressure comes, throws quickly. Kedrick Watkins-Hogue picks up a block and moves just inside the the 15-yard line down to the 13. And moves the chains again. 1st and 10 from the 13.
Completing passes and running the ball. Wayne State doing to Minot State what they did to them. They were controlling the clock here now and really running this thing down. We're almost to the end of the 3rd quarter.
Wildcats send out 2 receivers to the near side. Pressure shown from the Beavers, and they do bring it. Almost brought down Knox in the backfield. Does end up getting back to the 12-yard line, or call it the 11 with the forward progress. But a nice play made coming up on the football, Cody Reitzman. And it's 2nd down.
Well, Minot State did what they had to do early, and that's just to set the tone. We talked about Wayne State getting on them early, but Wayne State's adjustments have been good. Now, if you're Wayne State, you'd really like to get a 2-score lead. You've outplayed Minot State since then, but you want to get a little bit of breathing room here if you can.
Handoff. Here's Knox. Reading his blockers well. Up inside the 10 down to the 6, which will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. No one scored throughout the entire 3rd quarter, but Wayne State holds a 7-point lead and 6 yards away from tacking on another touchdown. It's 2nd and 2 for the Wildcats to start the 4th quarter, coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
When the game wraps up, or even before kickoff, our community welcomes you with open arms. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is happy to have you here, and we want to show you what we're all about. From wide open spaces to music, shopping, entertainment, and more, there is always something for you to discover in our city. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit Lincoln.org. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
There's the look at the Wayne State huddle with 2nd down and 2 from the 6-yard line coming up to start this 4th quarter, where the Wildcats lead it 14-7 over the Beavers of Minot State. Kalen Debin, Lou Siefker joining you on News Channel Nebraska. It's a low-scoring game right now. Both teams running the ball well. They are melting the clock.
Yeah.
Defenses are playing very well, too.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not even 2 hours in yet. We're in the 4th quarter. And this is a chance for Wayne State really to take control of this game. And get that, as we just mentioned there before the break, try to get this to a 2-score game. Give yourself a little breathing room.
Knox on the carry, coming to the outside, nowhere to go. Wrapped up by Carson Psycho, right around the legs. And now whistles blow as the helmet pops off. It is Carson Psycho who loses his helmet. What a name, by the way. If you're a middle linebacker, too, and your name is Carson Psycho.
That's not spelled the same, but just the pronunciation of that. Yeah, you've got to play linebacker if your name's Psycho, right?
So it is 4th down. That was the 3rd down play we just saw, not the 2nd down play. There's a miscommunication between the side judges, and here's
look at that.
Push toward the pylon. It's a 1st down for certain, but no touchdown signal.
What offensive line just pushed that defense backwards. What a great job. What great penetration right up to the goal line, just inside that 1-yard line.
We're talking about an offensive line group that's one of the best in the conference, and they've been together for so long. As Bowen goes under center, quarterback keeper. And He's in. Touchdown, Wayne State, Nick Bowen. Third rushing touchdown of the season. And the Wildcats take a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, I think it's a great call because you don't risk a handoff there. Nick Bowen and that offensive line, they both, on that third down, they really moved that, or the second down rather, really moved that defense back there. And then on the third down play, the same thing. Just go right at that defense, the offensive line dominating. Nick Bowen, such a good runner out there at that quarterback spot.
Brady McGill knocks it through the uprights, and Wayne State goes on top, 21-7 over Minot State at home with 14-13 to play. Gonna need a big effort from the Beavers when we return on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Wayne State scoring a touchdown from Nick Bowen, a 1-yard quarterback keeper, gives the Wildcats a 21-7 lead over conference opponent Minot State. Kalen Devin and Lou Siepker here this afternoon in Wayne. A windy day, but it's been a fun day of football. It was kind of hot to kick things off, but since the cloud cover has kind of entered in, really hasn't been too warm as this game rolls on, and the kick goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Kalen, on just an update on a couple of scores here from the Northern Sun Conference. Minnesota State playing in Mankato, upset alert. Now it's early, second quarter, but Sioux Falls is up on the Mavericks 15-9, so we'll try to keep our eyes on that one. And then as we mentioned, the Minnesota-Duluth-Augustana game up in Sioux Falls. Minnesota-Duluth has taken a 17-14 lead also early in the third quarter in that one.
Oh, another good game there. Wow. Carson Chrisman leads the Beaver offense back on the field. Toss out to Ruzicka, who finds a seam. Ruzicka stays on his feet across the 40, near midfield. How about the vision from Tyson? Ruzicka bursts through the line, uses the blockers, and races his way toward the 50-yard line.
Yeah, and all these Beaver running backs, they like to deliver the blows at the end of the play. He's not looking to avoid that tackle. He's going to try to run him over. But a great start to this drive. You know, one thing I was going to say, Minot State, not a team that's going to put together a quick touchdown drive. That's a big gain on that first down play.
Looking to roll out Carson Chrisman. First pass of the game, hauled in by Damon Darling. His second catch of the season. Put the ball on the 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, those receivers, they don't get many opportunities. They're largely blockers out there. Darling, the big tight end, 6'3", 250 from Colorado Springs. Coming across the middle, makes a secure catch.
Up the middle, Evan Lovett. Bursts forward for a gain of 4 or 5. Tackled by Carter Sitzman, who's been in on a lot of plays today. Sitzman's been doing a nice job fighting the football from the edge.
Well, certainly Wayne State trying to stop Minot State and get the ball back, not let them score. But if they do score, you're all right at this point if they burn up a lot of clock because you're up 2 scores.
First pass of the game a moment ago. Tossed out again. Here is Stonebreaker. Stonebreaker upended at the 33-yard line, called the 32. That brings up 3rd down. And a long 4. So Minot State, they break into the pass game for the first time today. Thinking that down by 2 scores, they might have to use that a little bit more as the game continues, progresses into the 4th quarter. But still looking to run the football. Crowd's getting loud. Buchanan is the fullback. Stonebreaker in motion. Buchanan with the carry. And just shy of the first down marker after a gain of 3. It's 4th and 1.
Boy, big play coming up in this game. And Wayne State turned the Beavers away, and if Wayne State get the football back with 2 scores, then you kind of turn the tables on Minot State and try to limit how many times they touch it.
4th and 1. Ruzichka comes back to the far side of the formation. Stonebreaker in motion. It's Buchanan. He's got the first down. A gain of 2 yards. Beavers move the sticks.
Well, those big guys, they're so tough to, yeah, boy, even after you make contact with those guys like Buchanan and Lovett, they're so big and strong. They just kind of move the pile. Got the second effort there to get over that line for the first down.
Start the clock on my ready.
Luke Lambert comes off the field with his helmet off. Want to keep him in the game on the interior. Jackson Johnson comes in for Wayne State. First down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Minot State in good field position. We're turned away after a fourth down stop. Now here's Ruzichka, who had a big run to start the drive, and he gets another good one here. Not quite as good as the last time he touched the football. It's a nice gain of 4 yards. For the 23, it's second down and 6.
Well, the chief mission right now for Minot State obviously is to score and score a touchdown. You're down 2 touchdowns. But you don't want to use too much time here. I mean, that's kind of their MO.
Handoff Lovett with some nice blocks. Lovett continues to move forward. Looked like he was falling down, but stayed on his feet to again move the sticks for a first down. And right now the Beavers know a lot about sticks. You know, they build dams.
Yeah.
Put the sticks in the river. All right, that was a bad joke. I had to make up for one that you made earlier. First and 10, Minot State. They're moving the ball nicely. Scored on the very first drive of the game, but have not yet found the end zone since then. Flag flies. Lovett is close to the end zone. He's in for the touchdown, but there's a flag down at the 20-yard line. This could be coming back.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on the offense. I think you might have an illegal shift or an illegal movement there somewhere. It's coming back.
9:47 to play in the game. We'll check what the call is with the officials talking about it, and it is certainly on the offense. Let's listen in.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, offense number 62. 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
You don't see encroachment on the offense very often. So that essentially means that Aiden Shoemate was lined up off sides.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's exactly what it was. I thought maybe that there was 2 guys moving there. Clearly that was not the case. But yep, you got a receiver that lined up off sides, I believe.
First and 15 for the Beavers. Stonebreaker in motion. Love it. Pushing forward and doesn't get much that time. Gets it to about the 18-yard line for a gain of 3. Second down and 12. Just over 9 minutes to play in the ball game. Wayne State 21, Minot State 7 on homecoming. Ruzichka in motion, gets the toss out. Another nice block and brought down again. Carter Sitzman has been owning the defensive side of the football. And right now, Tyson Ruzichka is down after being dragged down a little awkwardly.
I think he might have got an ankle that got turned when Sitzman brought him down. I could be wrong there.
And that's your speed guy for Minot State. Not a good sight. Third down, 8:56 to play in the ball game when we return on News Channel Nebraska.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond is your leader in engineering and designing your new building, additions to facilities, and concrete construction. Their professional projects can be seen across northeast Nebraska. Whether it's a business office, barn, shop, or addition to an existing building, when the project is complete, you'll have a building that meets the needs of your operation. Check out ashoffconstruction.com or call Scott, Kenny, or Luke in Osmond at 402-748-3551.
Tyson Ruzichka helped off the field. He's on the Wayne State sideline and searching for a place to bring him. It's a big loss for Minot State.
Yeah.
Ruzichka's played a great game today.
He's a playmaker, and you need playmakers right now. Down 2 scores, 8:56 to go, and third down and 12.
From the 18-yard line, Chrisman fakes the throw, fakes the rollout to the 10, close to the marker, and he might just be short of the first down.
Well, that was very much a Nick Bone type play. Just turned back. I think that was a designed run. Wayne State flowing the other way, and he had a lot of room. And boy, oh boy.
Well, Jacob Bird's tackle saves the first down. It brings up 4th and 1. Big Sam Buchanan is back there. He might get the football. Let's see. Carson Chrisman under center. It's a toss out to Stonebreaker, who cuts it back inside to get the first down.
Yeah, great vision that time by Stonebreaker. That play looked like it was going to go outside, but he saw that Wayne State had that defended on the edge and cut it back up for a huge first down.
First down and goal from the 3-yard line. Minot State, they love their power football. Quarterback keeper, Chrisman not into the end zone, gets 2 down to the 1. Second and goal from the 1-yard line. Just over 7 minutes left.
Bad news, Beavers on your 1-yard line. The good news is that they're using a lot of clock here, and you're still up 2 scores at this point.
Chrisman tries again. He's in. Touchdown. Minot State. Beavers back within a score.
Well, that's just a heck of a drive that time. Minot State exactly what they needed. That time a 14-play drive. Much like that first drive of the ball game that went 16.
Nunez Smith on to kick this PAT, make it a 7-point game. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. 21-14 with 6 minutes and 55 seconds to play. It's coming down to the wire. Wayne State's got the lead. They get the football when we come back on News Channel Nebraska.
How liberal as Dan Osborne? Get this, you worked for your Social Security, but Osborne would give those benefits away to illegal immigrants. It's a slap in the face to seniors. Social Security benefits for illegals? Dan Osborne is so far left, he's not right for Nebraska. Deb Fisher fights for us. She stood with Trump to secure our border and protect Social Security. President Trump endorsed. Deb Fisher for Senate.
I'm Deb Fisher, and I approve this message.
My name is Dan Pupp, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. To me, a community bank cares about the customers in a different way than a larger bank would. Any solution we come up with is tailored to the individual, to what their needs are, and we've got a lot of flexibility because of that community bank structure that we have. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
Minot State finishes off a 14-play touchdown drive to make it a 14-7 game. This is returnable to the near side. Nice space on the outside on the return by DJ McPherson, redshirt junior from Union City, California, as the ball was hanging in the air. And that is a big return for the Wildcats to the 40-yard line. Gives them good field position with 6 minutes and 48 seconds left.
Well, you want to try to get a game securing drive here. What better way to start than at your 40-yard line? That's a great return by McPherson. Really good field position for Wayne State to work with.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. This is where you want to keep the ball on the ground. Hand it off to the running back. Nice job finding some space again. Akeem Knox, he's kind of been the go-to guy. We've seen a little bit of Brendan Hayes in there too, but Knox has really done a nice job moving the chains, moving the offense for the Wildcats. Our 4th quarter today is thanks in part to Visit Lincoln, see and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org.
And Knox just came out of the ball game. It appears to be okay. It was kind of rubbing his leg. He might have took a shot, limping just a little bit.
And some movement against the Wildcats. It's a false start.
2nd down.
Moves Wayne State back 5 yards.
The Wildcats now only 6:10 to go. And only 2 timeouts to work with for Minot State. You'd like to put together your own time-consuming drive and end it with points and put the ball game away. But even if you don't score, you don't want to leave Minot State with 2 things. You don't want to leave them with field position, and you don't want to leave them with a whole lot of time to work with. So
right, I think if you left them with, you leave Minot State with a little bit of time, you're still feeling better because their offense needs time to work.
Right.
Pressure comes up the middle. Bowen sees space on the outside, takes it to the 50-yard line, and over for the 1st down.
That's a big one.
Move the chains, Wildcats, and keep that clock ticking.
Hey, we thought this game might be short because of the way Minot State plays. We're almost done with this game. We're barely over 2 hours. This has been a fast-moving college football game.
Wayne State leads the series over Minot State, 7 games to just 1 loss. Last time that Minot State won was actually here at Bob Cunningham Field in 2016. It was a 6-point win for the Beavers. And right now, a 7-point game. It's close margin, and usually this game isn't very close. But we talk about the way the Beavers have really improved throughout the last few seasons. 1 win last year. They're 4-1 this year and right in the thick of the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference race.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they found a good coach there in Ian Shields, who is very obviously turning this program around, already with 4 wins on the year.
Hard count for Wayne State, 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. 2nd down and 8. Bowen hands it off. Big gain for Knox and then brought down Another nice tackle made by Carson Psycho. He's kind of been controlling that second level for the Beavers. Brings up third down.
Yeah, definitely. That's a big play. That looked like that was going to be a first down. Knox looked like he had room, and Psycho shut it down. Now 3rd and 5 with field position. Boy, if you're close on 4th and 1, you might go for it. I don't know that you want to gamble too much and give Minot State a chance to have the ball around midfield. We'll see what happens on this play.
3rd and 5 from the 44. Pressure off the side. Here's the carry for Hayes, and he has a big run. Breaks it big. Brennan Hayes, touchdown, Wayne State.
Wow. Boy,
Second career touchdown for Brennan Hayes. Only 3:36 to play, and a flag thrown after the touchdown.
Yeah, that's after the play, so the touchdown will stand. And that's the dagger that Wayne State was looking for.
Touchdown puts the Wildcats up by 2 scores. Only 3:36 remaining in the game.
Let's see what the call is here.
After the touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 4 of the offense. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. Side to point.
You don't like to get those penalties, but you like it when your quarterback has a little bit of fire out there, right? I mean, that's your quarterback.
Say, Nick Bowen, a leader on this team in his senior season. A little bit of fire after the freshman running back touchdown, Brennan Hayes. I mean, what a good day for these backs.
Yeah.
The fact that they have taken control of the offense after 2 major injuries with Boyd and Forgy. This extra point, by the way, was no good by Brady McGill, who's standing in for Boston Hensley. So it makes it it is 28-14 on the scoreboard, but we'll check the scoreboard. Has a 28-14, but field goal was signaled no good.
Yeah, that's not Boston Hensley, who is very reliable out there at the place kicker spot. Again, we talk about that a lot. You know, kickers aren't always the guys you talk about, but when they're not there or not performing, depending on the case, it becomes more magnified. Now, with I believe, a 13-point lead, Wayne State, you feel like you're safe. With only 3:36 to go, Minot State needs not only 1 possession, but they need 2. And as we mentioned, not a team that's necessarily going to score quickly on you. This is a team that their MO is time of possession and long physical running drives. So that's not playing well when they're, with this amount of time left, down 2 scores.
27-14 after the missed PAT. 3:36 left in the ball game. Here's Trevor Marshall.
The score to 27, thank you.
And the scoreboard was 28, and now back down to 27. There you go. Trevor Marshall boots this thing away, and it is returned by the Beavers. Nice gain across the 30-yard line on the return. That's carried by Brian Augustin.
Well, I don't know if you're the Beavers. I think you got to come out of your, what you like to do, what you plan to do. You've got to come out of that now and try to move the ball downfield quickly. They have 2 timeouts left with 3:31 to go, and you need 2 possessions with scores to have a chance to win this thing.
Outside, kicking team, number 45. That penalty will be brought back 5 yards from the kick. We'll re-kick. Thank you.
Gonna re-kick it after the offsides penalty. So Trevor Marshall will get his crew back out there and do it again. So instead of tacking it on the return, so it would have been from the 30, it would have been starting at the 36-yard line. Maybe you want your returner to have a better chance for a big break.
Yeah. A quick score update, Caitlin. How about this score? Actually, it's halftime. Just went halftime. Sioux Falls 23, Minnesota State 9 at halftime.
Wow, 14-point lead there.
In Mankato. And this Minot State team last week beat Sioux Falls. And Sioux Falls has a 2-touchdown lead over the 4th-ranked team in the country.
We just saw a Sioux Falls future quarterback last night in Hardington, Braden Reifenrath, heading to Sioux Falls to play quarterback right now for Cedar Catholic. The Trojans had a big win over Battle Creek in a ranked battle in Class C2. He'll be heading up to the NSIC next year.
Now, Wayne State, with a couple penalties, boy, you're giving Minot State a chance at really good field position and a chance maybe for a quick score.
And there's that kick, and this is going to be way better field position. Take it in, and the return up by midfield to the 46-yard line. So if you would have taken the penalty yardage at the end of that would have been 5 yards. This essentially makes it 15 yards after the return by Aiden George, who, by the way, Aiden George listed as a quarterback on the roster.
We'll see what Minot State does. Again, you just got to come out of your normal tendencies. Just not enough time to run that physical running game.
Looking to throw, taking a shot deep. That is incomplete. Looking for Noriega Jonathan. Kind of got lost. The ball was there. Jonathan just couldn't find it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he threw it behind him or if the route, it was kind of it shows why Minot State is not a passing team.
There's Gerald Fly in coverage.
Yep. Not a fun game if you're a cornerback because you're running up and coming up in run support so often. You'll get a chance for those interceptions, which the DBs like to get.
DBs haven't had a chance to really defend the pass at all today. Fakes the pitch out. Nice move inside on the juke by Carson Chrisman. Made a nice move with the wrist to flick that fake pitch. It's a gain of 10 and a first down.
And now you're going to be under 3 minutes to play here.
Chrisman will throw. Over the middle. That's a diving catch made by Noriega Jonathan. Jonathan Noriega with another gain.
With the first down, that's what you wanted to get there. Keep those chains moving.
Here's Chrisman again. Finds some space. Carson Chrisman near the 26-yard line.
Also not a fun game for the defensive line. Those low blocks, that running game, the way they block, it gets around your legs. And we just saw Carter Sitzman leave the game.
Chrisman crossing route, caught and held on to. Then the ball comes out late. One side, they called it a catch down to the 21. And on the near side, official rushes in to call it incomplete pass. Had Jonathan Noriega, but just could not hold on.
Cosby that time. Marzion Cosby.
And never had control the full way. That's a good call by the official.
Yep, good job there. Absolutely. Did not have total control of that football.
3rd and 3. 2:05 to play. One more play before the 2-minute timeout. Handoff up the gut. No, it's a fake pitch out. Trying to cut back inside, but read nicely by Wayne State. Tate Heinrichs helps make the stop. 4th down and 1 in the 2-minute timeout. So we'll take 1-2. Wayne State leads by 13. 2 minutes to play, while Minot State trying to stay alive in this ball game. We'll find out what happens coming up next.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, which has been providing quality residential and commercial floor coverings and installation for almost 50 years. And by You Say Pharmacy, where their mission is your family's health.
Fourth down and 1, and this is essentially the ball game. A first down could keep it alive for the Beavers, but if the Wildcat defense comes up with a stop, Wayne State, with a 2-touchdown lead, could hold on for the win. High toss out, looking to throw. There's the touchdown. Wow, what a play. Lou Siefker, you called that a moment ago.
Yeah.
Aaron Wood throws the touchdown to Jonathan Noriega.
Well, you watch Wayne State coming up and run support. Nobody back there for Johnson. He's wide open, and that's what that offense does. It lulls you to sleep. You keep coming up and coming up and coming up on those run supports, and then pretty soon you get sneak somebody back there, and he's wide open.
Unbelievable. A beautiful pass to Jonathan Noriega for the touchdown. That is the first touchdown pass of the season, and it wasn't even by the quarterback.
Yeah, that's funny. Yep.
27-21, Wayne State will get the football, but now sweating a little bit more after the touchdown made by Minot State. Touchdown pass by Aaron Wood to Jonathan Noriega. We got a ball game with 1:54 to play here. Take another look.
Yeah, again, you watch everybody coming up there and run support. Johnson gets behind the defense. Wayne State, and again, that, like I said just a moment ago, they lull you to sleep on that. And you saw that throughout the game. You wondered when that was coming. You just felt like it was coming, and sure enough, it did. And it did so at such an opportune time to keep Minot State in this ball game. Now Wayne State's got to get a few first downs here, force Minot State to burn their timeouts and try to get out of here with a win.
Minot State entered the football game with 24 pass attempts on the season, no touchdowns. All 24 passes were thrown by Carson Chrisman. They have not pulled out the halfback pass at all this season. They haven't needed to, but they did in that spot on 4th and 1. It's a 6-point game with 1:54 to play, and now a timeout called by the Wayne State return team.
That's interesting.
Well, wondering if maybe Masters maybe wants to talk it over to see, will they try an onside or will they kick it deep?
Yeah,
that's the question right now.
That's a good point. That's certainly something you have to think about here. With only 2 timeouts left, you think Minot State may have that in their mind,
because it's either it's a first down for Wayne State, and that would end it if Wayne State picks up the first down.
Yep. So yeah, I'm sure that's the conversation right now is. Make sure you, if that's an onside kick, you got some hands out there, including Nick Bone. So there obviously Nick Bone out there. Wayne State is expecting an onside kick.
They load up the near side. Ashton Schmatter is out there along with the big guys up front. Jacob Bird on the field. Trevor Marshall, Trey Miller, Jaden Johnson. Hans' team is out there. Diego Nunez-Smith will boot it. And the ever so rare onside kick. It hits, takes a nice bounce, and Schmaderer recovers it right at the 45-yard line. Great job by the senior from Bennington. And not allow Minot State with a chance to recover it.
Wasn't too bad of an onside kick. It was skipping like you wanted to. It didn't quite go as high as you want. But Schmaderer smothers it. And now Wayne State with a chance here to put this football game away.
Take another look at this kick here.
I'd like to go just a little bit higher, try to get up to where it's a jump ball. That one stayed a little bit flat.
Here's Bowen. Bowen breaks free and slides down at the 28-yard line. It will force the Beavers to call their second timeout.
Yep.
And on the sideline, here for Wayne State, looked like Joe Morrison was doing a little waving over to the Minot State sideline. Game not quite done yet, but it is looking pretty good for Wayne State if they can hold on here.
Sometimes things get a little chippy out there, guys. Obviously a competitive game and a very physical game.
Yeah, physical, it's been tight. And how about the two running backs we've seen from Wayne State today? Not to mention the use of the legs by Nick Bowen, but a great job, Akeem Knox and Brennan Hayes.
Yeah.
They've had the big shoes to fill for Boyd and Forgy, and the way that they've been running the football today has been very, very good. Knox, 20 carries for 113 yards and a touchdown. Hayes has 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Nick Bowen also with 91 yards, but it's just been a great running attack for Wayne State.
Yeah, absolutely has. And Wayne State's actually outrushed Minot State, now getting up close to 300 yards on the ground.
Bowen in the gun, he's all by himself. And he will do a quarterback keeper and just fall down around the 30. Goes in there as a loss of 2. Minot State will call the third and final timeout. Might be enough time to get the ball back if Minot State can hold, but it will be close. I'll call the timeout just in case. 27-21 the score. How about the game today, though? We've seen Wayne State, and coming off the bye week, fell to Minnesota State 35-28 in Wayne on September 14th. Bounced back with a big win over Winona State, and that's been a tough place for Wayne to win as well.
Yeah, they have not done well at Winona State historically, but they got a big win. That was a tough one, too, a 28-21 victory. And now, it just shows the caliber of teams in this conference and how much it's improved. Just really no easy weeks.
Going to keep it in the hands of Nick Bowen. I think you know what he's going to do here, and he will run again. Bowen will fall down at the 29-yard line, third down. So this clock will run all the way down as much as it can. 27 seconds on the play clock. So there's still a chance for Minot State to get the football back.
Wayne State with 274 rushing yards right now. You'll take that every day of the week if you're Coach Logan Masters. You'll love it when this team can do things like that on the ground, especially with your top 2 running backs out.
3 seconds on the play clock. Bowen will run again. Finds a crease on the outside. Bowen, first down. And that will end the game for Wayne State. Look at Logan Masters.
He's fired up out there.
How about that?
Wow.
Masters puts it in the hands Masters puts it into the hands of his senior quarterback, picks up the first down, and Wayne State moves to 4-1 on the season. Takes a knee. Wildcats win again at home. The effort from Minot State was there. This 4-1 football team gets their second loss of the season after falling to Minnesota State. Now they lose to Wayne State, but hey, I mean, this Beavers team has a lot of promise still. Played the Wildcats tough, but Wayne State's your winners today, 27-21, and a great game here at Bob Cunningham Field in Wayne, America. We will be right back with our coach interview with head coach Logan Masters, our player of the game. We'll also take a look at your top plays. Wayne State, 27-21 win over Minot State. They're 4-1.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
At Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, our definition of care is showing devotion to and concern towards the health of you and your family. We believe each person that walks through our doors deserves to have a primary care provider they're comfortable with, to be treated like family, and to have their health needs exceeded. Our 20 family medicine providers, located in 10 communities throughout Northeast Nebraska, offer comprehensive health care for all ages. Whether you need a yearly checkup, chronic care management, or you're under the weather, count on us for primary health care you can trust. And if you or your family require a higher level of care, our primary care providers connect you to the area's largest multi-specialty physician group, ensuring a seamless healthcare experience. Choose Faith Regional Physician Services Family Medicine, where we don't just care for you, we care about you.
It's not about the hours, it's not about the acres. It's about the legacy, passed from one generation to the next. At Madison County Bank, we see your farming operation as a legacy, as a successful business, as a crucial part of the world's well-being. For over 130 years, Madison County Bank has stood beside farmers and ranchers in Northeast Nebraska. We have been and always will be here to help you grow. Madison County Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Chinese Communist Party weaponizes technology, from spy balloons to cyber attacks. And they use TikTok to target our kids and push their propaganda.
Conservative fighter Pete Ricketts.
That's why I was the first governor in America to ban TikTok on state devices and help pass a law banning our adversaries from owning TikTok. Now I'm working to fight China spying and stop the communists from buying our land. Enough is enough. I'm Pete Ricketts, and I approve this message.
At Wayne State, unlimited opportunities start with you, plus the power of us. It's the power of the classroom teacher, inspiring the next generation. Business entrepreneurs, soaring with success. Healthcare professionals, caring for their communities. Leaders in arts and sciences, making their mark on the world. With the power of Wayne State behind you, there's nothing you can't do. Learn more at exploreWayneStateCollege.com.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Hospice is a philosophy of care for those individuals who've been diagnosed with a terminal illness who no longer want to pursue curative measures as opposed they want to receive comfort measures. Hospice is not about giving up or waving the white flag. It's really about changing our focus. If we can impact how someone feels on a day-to-day basis, we can impact their quality of life.
My wife was diagnosed with lung cancer, stage 4 terminal from the get-go. Early summer, late spring of 23, and we entered into the hospice program. I knew that Jan was going to be comfortable as could be. She certainly had some difficult moments, but by and large, hospice provided her with pain-free care, which was so important with the condition that she had.
I think here at Faith Regional Hospice, we all take our job very personally. My name is Jennifer Bucklew, and these are hospice services through Faith Regional.
It's a happy homecoming for the Wayne State Wildcats as they take down Minot State 27-21. Let's send it on down to Lou Siefker. He's standing by with head coach of the Wildcats, Logan Masters.
The Wayne State Wildcats get a big victory here today on homecoming afternoon, a 27-21 win over Minot State. Joined now by Logan Masters, head coach. Coach, that first drive, the Beavers kind of took it to you a little bit. I believe it was a 16-play, 75-yard drive. But after that, you guys really controlled things. What was different from that first drive to the rest of the ball game?
I think tackling, just the speed of it. It's hard to simulate that unique style of offense in practice with scout teamers who aren't recruited to do it or coached to do it. So I think it obviously took us a drive, and then they overcame. We got a penalty and we couldn't take advantage of it for them. But I thought defense for the most part played pretty well and did enough for us to win.
How difficult is it in this day and age of football to prepare for teams that run that sort of offense?
Yeah, especially in college, it's unique. I know high school coaches probably don't think it's that big a deal, but you never see it, and they're pretty good at it, and they recruit to it. And really proud of our offense, though. We kind of beat them at their own game, and we lined up and kind of just ran it down their throat.
Well, how scary was it when you got Latravius Boyd out, you got Dawson Forgy out, so you got a couple freshmen playing, but those guys stepped up and played really well. How happy were you with their performance here this afternoon?
Yeah, some days you don't sleep good when maybe the two of the better backs in the league are standing next to you in boots, but those two freshmen are really good, and they got their chance today, and they played pretty well, and we're going to need them. And the biggest thing is they practice hard. They come to work, they prepare like they were going to play, and today they got their shot, and they did really well.
Now, it's one of those things where you get guys hurt this time of the year. Even kickers are hurt in this ball game. Is that anybody long term, you think, or what's the outlook there injury wise?
They all got a shot to be back here within the next week or so, but you never know. Each person's body is a little bit different. So the good part is we got a little depth, and today was the true freshman show. The two freshman running backs, and then our true freshman quarterback who can kick a little bit is now our kicker. So.
Well, if only you could find an experienced quarterback, you guys would probably be pretty good. How about your 4-year man today, Nick Bone? He just seemed like he made play after play after play, and then obviously gets the first down to end the ball game. How special is he?
Yeah, I mean, he's really stinking good. And today it was really windy, and they played really soft, and so he had to do it with his feet, and he did a really good job. And we were looking back at halftime, like we went for around 4th and 12, 4th and 7, or something like that, and Nick just made plays, and that's what he does. He takes care of the football and makes plays, and when you got a quarterback like that, you always got a shot to win.
Coach, congratulations on a big one, and we'll see you again here in a few weeks.
Sounds good. Thank you. Go Cats.
All right, Logan Masters, let's get Nick Bone in here when we can. Nick, player of the game, the 4-year starting quarterback from Bennington, Nebraska. And Nick, just getting done signing his contract with what team, what NFL team was it that you signed with?
None yet.
Okay. Nick, Coach was saying that the way that they were playing you guys defensively kind of set some things up for your legs. Talk about that. What were they doing? How were you able to exploit it?
Yeah, I mean, they were kind of taking away our big plays in the pass game, and the O-line blocked great, and we had 2 freshman running backs step up, and Brennan and Akeem, and I was involved in the run game, and we just had a good game on the run.
Is that something that you're comfortable with? And we talk about you being kind of like a running back at quarterback. After 4 years, you still like being that guy that runs the football from time to time?
Yeah, I think there are certain weeks when I need to step up more in the run game, and then there's other weeks that we got to pass more. So I think whatever Coach asked me to do, I'm going to do.
What was the game plan offensively? With Minot State, their offense can really take the ball away from you guys offensively a lot. Was there any urgency, I guess, to be productive offensively on your possessions every time?
Definitely. They do a good job on offense. They milk the clock a little bit, so we knew when we got our opportunities we had to take advantage of them, and I think we did a good job at that.
Now, how nervous were you with a couple running backs out that you guys count on, and how pleased were you with the freshmen and how they stepped up?
Oh, the freshmen are awesome. I think it was good that we had the bye week, so we had 2 weeks to kind of get them ready to go, the freshman running backs. And they stepped up so big. The O-line picked them up, too, made it easy on them to run the ball.
It seems like everything's still out in front of you guys. You had the loss of Minnesota State. They're losing at halftime, by the way, to Sioux Falls. What's the outlook the rest of the way? I'm sure it's game by game, right?
Yeah, I think we got to take it week by week, like you said, and we're excited for the rest of the season. There's a lot of things to look forward to.
Absolutely. Well, Nick, congratulations on the win and being our player of the game.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's Nick Bone, the senior quarterback from Wayne State. Kalen, let's send it back to you.
Well, we have interviewed Nick Bone a lot of times throughout the years. He is just so talented and our player of the game today. Congratulations, Nick. Congratulations, Wayne State, getting the win over Minot State. But now it's time to take a look at our top plays brought to you by Currency and Elkhorn Valley Bank with our top plays on NCN. Wayne, America, a nice shot of the water tower, one of the most famous spots as you're driving in to Wayne. Minot State heads into this matchup 4-1. Wayne State 3-1 after the bye week. And here's the start for the Beavers. A little toss out to Evan Lovett after a beautiful drive that lasted 9 minutes, 16 plays, touchdown, Minot State. Now on the outside, freshman running back Akeem Knox into the game for Forgy and Boyd. He finds the end zone, keeping balance into the end zone. Tie game at 7-7. Now on the other end, Wayne State gives it to the other freshman, Brennan Hayes, freshman from Creston, Iowa, has a nice big block on the inside, finds the perfect hole for the touchdown, 14-7. Now, fourth quarter, 1st and goal, Nick Bowen keeps it himself, blockers in front, and he is in for the touchdown. 21-7, but how about this play? On 3rd and 12, quarterback runs it for a nice gain of 11 yards. Carson Chrisman sets up a touchdown here. Chrisman finishes it off to the end zone, makes it 21-14. Give it again to another running back. It's Hayes again, bursting to the outside for a big touchdown and giving Wayne State a 2-score lead. PAT was no good, but now the Wildcats are feeling pretty good about this one until Aaron Wood gets the toss out. He's got a space. No, he will throw. Jonathan Noriega hauls it in for a touchdown. And Wayne State, 3rd and 11, end the game right here with your quarterback leader and our player of the game, Nick Bowen. 11-yard rush for the touchdown. Look at Masters fired up on the sideline. As Wayne State picks up the win at home, a much-needed one to move to 4-1 on this season. Final score, Wildcats 27, Beavers 21. Thank you so much for joining us today on News Channel Nebraska. We'll take a quick look at some final stats from this game here today. For Wayne State, Nick Bowen, QBR of 106, was 10 of 17 for 95 yards. Didn't throw a touchdown today, but he did run one in. Nick Bowen had about 102 yards on the ground with a score. Knox, the freshman, led the way, 113 yards and a touchdown. And how about Brennan Hayes, too? First game he's played all season. 6 carries, 68 yards, and 2 touchdowns. For the receivers, Kendrick Watkins-Hogue led the way, 2 catches, 42 yards. Jaden Johnson had 2 for 26. And for Minot State in the losing effort, a lot of good days running the football from their backs. Evan Lovett, 77 yards and a touchdown. Carson Chrisman, 69 yards and a touchdown. Ruzichka, who got injured today, 67 yards on 9 carries. He had a great day, too. This is a good Minot State team that will have a good chance to make some teams sweat as the season progresses. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today on News Channel Nebraska. For our entire crew, Connor in the truck always giving us a good broadcast. Our camera workers out on the sidelines. Paul, again, for a nice job, too. For Lou Siefker, always joining us today. My name is Kalen Debin. Enjoy the evening on News Channel Nebraska.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.
How liberal is Dan Osborne? Get this. You worked for your Social Security.